Well, so it's Wednesday, and I did mean to start this on Tuesday, but we were in a doom spiral, and that just didn't happen. Hi, hello, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Courtney, and this is my life of projects where I talk about all of my crafty things and a little bit about having ADHD and my life in Vermont. Because if you are like me and are neurospicy, you probably have a million crafts that you have started and then have set aside. So here on my channel, I attempt to keep going with whatever craft I'm working on at the moment. Sometimes we have success, and sometimes we don't. So if you watched last week's video, then you saw my attempt at getting to the point on the Cider sweater that I can separate the front and the back and do the sleeves. We're not there yet, but we're very, very close. I'm like right at 15 inches, and I want it to be closer to 16 based on my measurements of my torso, and where I kind of want the hemline to fall on my body. And I'm thinking that it's not going to have a lot of stretch laterally. No, this is not laterally. Vertically. Okay? Now that I've remembered which directions are which, that's for the blooper reel. And anyway, so I'm thinking that when it's blocked, it's not going to have a lot of stretch vertically. So I think it's going to stretch more laterally. And so because of that, I really want to get it to the point where I want it to hit on my waist hip area before I do the separation for the sleeves. So we're super close, and what I'm actually going to do this week is move this marker. So if you have been around for a while, then you saw my 24 hours of knitting. If not, definitely go back and check that video out. And this is where I put my marker when I started that 24-hour challenge. I think I ended up right about here. But I'm going to move that up so I can see my progress during this week, because it's really hard to track your progress when you're still just kind of at the same point, you're doing the same pattern, and it's growing, but I don't know how much it's grown in a week. So I'm going to move that marker just so I have kind of a visual representation of my progress for the week. So we will definitely work on that this week. And yeah, basically this week is like my do-over from last week. I did get a few things accomplished last week, but like not really. So we're gonna try again and hopefully get the things done that I didn't do last week. Yeah. That's the general theme on this channel, so don't forget to subscribe if you also need to be encouraged to keep going even when it feels like you're not making any progress and like what's even the point anymore? Why am I doing this? But such a positive note that we're starting off with this week. I'm really a positive person, I swear. Moving on. The other project that I did not get to last week, but I thought I would, but I didn't, but you know, things happen, was my embroidery project. I want to get this finished because it's almost spring here in Vermont. But yeah, this was just not of interest to me last week. And again, if you have ADHD, then you know what I'm talking about. And if you don't, then I don't know what that life is like. But sometimes your brain is just like, nope, I can't do the things that almost makes you angry to try to force yourself to do it. Just cannot do the things. So I did not end up making any progress on this. Gonna try this week. We will see what my brain chemistry feels like doing. But hopefully I'm gonna get some progress made on that. I'm about halfway on the embroidery. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6 more flower-ish things to do, and I've done 5. So we're almost halfway. So theoretically, I could get it done this week if I just worked on it, but we'll see what I feel like doing. That's my theme, is we see what we feel like doing. We don't force ourselves to do the things that we don't want to do, because that's not good for mental health. But I did, and I didn't have this in the last video because it was getting way too long, but I did order the fabric for my friend's baby quilt. She's actually having the baby today, so it's not going to be done by the time the baby gets here, and that's fine. But that should be here maybe this week. We'll see if it gets here during this video. If not, it's fine. But that's an upcoming project. That's the Misty Mountain quilt. Pop in the picture over here. That I'm going to be working on as fast as humanly possible. So that the baby will get it within its first couple of months of life. So we're getting there. But other than that, it is a pretty relaxed week for me. I don't have any travel this vlog. Next vlog, we will have travel, so stay tuned. But this is my last solid week at home for a couple of weeks. So I'm going to try to enjoy that and use my time to get all the things done. Like, I really should start my seeds. This is normally where I have my seed starts set up with their little grow light. So we'll see if that happens in this video. I have no idea. Keep watching. You'll figure it out before I do, probably. But for today, I think my plan is to finish up the rest of the work that I have to do for work, for the real job. And then we'll see what I feel like doing this afternoon. It's rainy and gross outside, so I may sit on the couch. But I have kind of been wanting to get out my AccuQuilt and play with it. We will see. I'm a little intimidated. If you have been following along, I got an AccuQuilt Go for the holidays from my family, and I have not touched it. I am scared of it. I don't know how it works. I really should message my friend that has one and get her to hype me up about it, because she's half of the reason that I got it. So Jessica, if you're watching this, yeah, I'm going to be sending you a text message. But I would like to use it to make a wall hanging just to practice with. So we will see if I get over my intimidation and fear and work on that this afternoon. I really should dust off the sewing machine, probably clean it, because the poor girl has been sitting over there neglected for months at this point. I don't think have I sewn anything this year? Yeah, I don't know that I've actually turned on the sewing machine this year. That's a thing. Yeah, so this is definitely part of having ADHD. There are just times where I lose complete interest in that hobby and we're just not going to touch it. Consistency is not a thing that I really have in my life. And I'm okay with that. At this point, we're accepting the way that my brain works and we're going with it. So that's why I have so many different hobbies. And there are actually more hobbies that I don't share on this channel. Like my bullet journal, partially because I don't really make it that fancy. My drawings are just things that I have seen on Pinterest and I make my own version of them. And then partially because it has a lot of work things in there that I don't want to put on the internet. But there are other crafty hobbies that are collecting dust in the closet or just in my brain of, I would really like to try that one day. This morning I was thinking I would really like to try glass blowing. That's not a wise plan for me. Just no, we should let that thought go. But at any rate, that's my very long-winded explanation as to why the sewing machine has not been touched in 4 or 5 months. 4 months? What is it? It's April? Sure. I did something in December? Sure. Yeah, 4 months. We will see if I have any interest in turning that on today. I still have that mini quilt, mini squares, Alice in Glass and Juice mini series Sew Along, that's what it was called, that I haven't finished. Maybe I'll do one of those squares today. I don't know. Let's go finish up our work for the day. Then I will check back in with you and we will see what craft gives my brain dopamine. That's really what it boils down to, is where can I get the dopamine from? Which one of these things gives me the happy chemicals? And so we go with that. So let's go do the things, shall we? Okay, hi. We're gonna test out how the AirPods do, um, because it's Friday and we are having a low-key Friday because I don't have to work today. Oh, by the way, so Thursday happened, but there was zero useful content on Thursday because I had a super long work day and I knew that was going to be the case. Then I also have my Master Gardener class on Thursday nights. And sometimes I will knit during it, but I didn't. I knew I was gonna be too tired this week to do two things at once. Like it was all I could do to like stay focused on like listen to the class. Because yeah, just like super long day. So I did not film anything because I figured I would not be like, actually doing any progress on anything. So yeah, that was Thursday. Thursday happened. And now we're on Friday and we don't have work today. So I had a massage this morning. And then I've just kind of been like chilling on the couch. And I had my therapy appointment too, which was good. I haven't been able to see my therapist in a while because work, travel, and stuff. So it was really good to have a check-in session. So yay, mental health. This is a reminder to all of you out there. Make your therapy appointment. Check out a therapist if you've not been. They're wonderful. And so yeah, yay therapy, yay massage. And I can't decide if I want to just like have a chill afternoon and knit on the couch and like rest, or if I want to try to find some energy and get a couple of things done so that I don't have to do as much this weekend. So like front loading all of the weekend work into Friday since I have today off. And then Saturday and Sunday I can have like super chill, just do whatever I feel like. So I don't know. I've got to make a decision one way or the other because what I hate is when the weekend just gets like consumed by all of the housework and you have no time to like actually rest. So we're trying to avoid that. Yeah, I'm gonna probably try to find the motivation to like at least do my cleaning chores. The other thing I really need to do is clean out the office closet. So that one, it is partially a like coat closet because we need the storage space, but I need to go through those and like figure out which ones I don't need anymore because then I would have more space for like crafty things. So, but part of me is like, well, I should wait till we're ready to actually switch over to spring clothes and just do it then. So I'm thinking that might be a next weekend thing. So if I give myself a pass on that, I have less to do today. Does anybody else like logic out their time like this? It's like, when can I put that off to that it makes more sense so I can give myself a pass and get out of it? That's a thing that we do sometimes. At least I do. So the other thing that I'm wanted to do but I'm probably not going to do today is go to knitting night. There's a knitting group that I have gone to, but I think I'm just a little too tired to leave the house again today. Yeah, I want to go, but I might just have my own knit night on the couch because I want to like try to have enough energy this weekend to I have to do a long run on Sunday. I have a 7-mile run that morning for the race that I'm training for. And then tomorrow it's going to be decent-ish, so I'd really like to try to go for a hike because it's going to be sunny for like the first time, like an actual sunny weekend day, which is amazing. So if I save up some energy, don't try to overdo it, then I can hopefully do both of those things. Like the 7-mile run, that's critical. Like we're already behind on the training plan and the race is in a month. So like we have no options. We did the ADHD thing where we waited till the last minute. Not really. Not really. I was I was sick a lot for the first half of this year. So, and then traveling also like threw me off my schedule. But that's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about crafting. And so the main reason that I'm trying to save up enough energy and get the chores done ahead of time is because I really think I want to do one of the wall hangings. Like I think I feel brave enough to get out the AccuQuilt and attempt something. I also have 2 pillowcases I need to shorten. But that's not as exciting as actually getting out the AccuQuilt. So Fingers crossed. I don't think that's going to happen today, though. Let's focus on today. Moving back. Hi. Can you tell that I've had 2 caffeinated beverages today? Yeah, I just had coffee like after I got back from my massage and therapy. So like afternoon coffee. Yeah, I bet you can tell because I can tell. Anyway, it is Friday. I think the plan for the rest of the afternoon is to get the chores done and then knit or embroider on the couch. Then I will see you tomorrow morning, Saturday. I will either check in then or later tonight. And at that time, we will talk about what we're doing on Saturday, because that would make more logical sense in the timeline that is this vlog. So, all right, let's go get some house cleaning done so that we can get some knitting done tonight. And I will check back in either tonight or tomorrow. It is Saturday, and as you just saw, I did a little reading this morning, just kind of having a lazy Saturday morning. And last night I did some more work on the Cider sweater, and I am so excited. We are finally at 16 inches. According to the pattern, I need to end on a even row, I think that's right. So I'm currently on one of the cable rows, so I'm gonna finish that. I only have like probably 20 more stitches on that row. So I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do an even row because that's an odd one. And then start splitting for the front and back and the sleeves. So I'm finally at that point, very excited about that. And then later this afternoon, we're going to go on a hike. It's gonna be pretty chilly in the 40s, but it's really sunny and beautiful. So we're gonna do a short little hike so we don't get too incredibly cold. And I'm also probably going to pull out the AccuQuilt Go. Figured I'll do that today since tomorrow I need to pack because I'm leaving for another trip. So let's have our second cup of coffee, and I'm gonna work on splitting the sweater for the front and back and watch the soccer match for a little bit. As you saw, we had a somewhat snowy hike yesterday, and I was pretty worn out, so I didn't get a whole lot done. And it is now Sunday, so I have been packing and getting ready for my trip tomorrow. So I haven't gotten much done on the sweater, but I did finally get it split for the front and back. And you can see right here, I'm working on the front of the sweater. For this part, you continue in the pattern until it is 5 inches. So I'm trying to get as much of this done as I can because I'm going to have to leave it at home while I am on my trip. It's just too big at this point to take with me, but that's okay because I will be able to work on it when I get back. So I'm going to go ahead and leave you here for this week's vlog. I hope you enjoyed this week in my life here in Vermont and following along with all of the things that I managed to get done and those that I did not. So if you didn't notice, we did not touch the AccuQuilt. Didn't get it out, did not make any progress there, but maybe next week after I get back from my trip. I hope you're having a great week, and I will see you in the next one.